Be fucking real, man. Come on.
Hey, what's up? This is Tap with POAPathon, and we're about to throw.
Impressed with the level of artistry that we have just within POAPathon. Like, the artists are amazing.
We've decided to host a 24-hour event. It is going to run continuous around the world.
Y'all like, share, subscribe, tip. Send this out to everybody y'all know. This is episode 0, but we here. Groundbreaking.
Let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to POAPathon Live. It is April 12th, 2022, right? Something like that. And we're here with Genetics. How are you, Genetics?
GM, I'm doing pretty good this morning or afternoon, wherever you may be in the world.
Well, we still say GM.
Yes.
And Valerie, our other host today. How are you doing, B-Dizzle?
I'm doing well. My voice is a little raspy, still recovering from this NFT weekend, but I'm doing well.
And we're going to hear more about that in just a little bit. And we're going to introduce our other guests, but we have Mike, Austin, and Jeff from Flexy, and Gina and Abraham from Picture Day. And we're going to be chatting with them in just a little bit. And B-Dizzle is going to be our roving reporter, bringing us all the pressing interviews. And we also have Beast of Dawn on here, managing the back, all of our production, and special guest Crypto Comical popping in from Balancer DAO, who we appreciate so much. So we want to start actually with that. It is recognizing our very first and very exciting, our very first sponsor for POAPathon Live, which is Balancer DAO. So we are so happy that they have signed on with us, and we're excited that they are with us even today. So thanks, Crypto Comical, for being here with us today. I'm just trying to get my presenter view going. Sorry about that. So Balancer DAO, thank you so much. Our official sponsor, and VBAL, which we're going to learn more about in a couple of weeks. So coming soon. Oops, let me go to the next. And so a little bit about Balancer Automated Portfolio Manager and Trading Platform is the finance side of it, and Balancer DAO manages that whole community that relates to Balancer, and we're so excited to have them on board. Please follow them on Twitter @Balancer, or check out their Discord. Whoops. If you are interested in sponsoring POAPathon Live, reach out to us on Twitter or by email. And next up, Genetics. You know what's happening soon.
I do.
What's happening soon?
We're at it again. We did it at ETH Denver, and we're about to hit NFT.NYC with those POGs and POAPs and POGs. And I am so excited, y'all. And not only this year will we have the POGs, but we also have the shirt, so you guys can rep it at the event. And if you are interested in sponsoring one of these POGs, if you have an organization that wants to have your POGs in the hands of those people attending NFT.NYC, please reach out to myself or the awesome POAP Viking to get yourself a sponsorship package. There is the shirt that you can get sponsored by Ultrasound Merch. That's right. The link will be dropped in the YouTube momentarily. If you order it now, you will be able to get it in time for the event. And so let's see, next slide.
And we're going to be at Pizza DAO's party.
Oh, yes.
At NFT.NYC, where you can come play POGs with us.
You can. So I've got my POGs right here on my desk. And I have, let's see, I think I
do not have my POGs handy. I should.
I got my balancer POG right there. And
nice.
I've got my genetics POG.
Awesome.
So
that's one of my favorites, is the genetics one, I have to say.
Yep. And I got our slammer, our POAPathon slammer. So, which of course I'm showing off, but you can't see it right now because we're looking at the sponsorship POGs and POAP slide. So we have 10 spots for individuals, 10 spots for friends, 10 spots for degens, and 5 spots for whales. What does that mean though? So that means that if you are an individual, you get some POGs in the packs. If you're a friend, you get more POGs in the packs. If you're a degen, you get some POGs and slammers. And if you're a whale, you get a ton of POGs and slammers in the packs that are handed out physically at NFT.NYC.
So we're super excited. Reach out to
Yes.
Genetics or POAP Viking and they will hook you up. This is going to be awesome. I'm really excited about it. Okay, let's move into the rip. By the way, beautiful new slide designs by the amazing Jo. So I just want to give her a shout out because she does some awesome work for us. And one first up, I just want to mention is that I joined the Nouncil. The Nouncil, and let me just stop share so I can explain what the heck that is. So I was appointed to the Nouncil. The Nouncil is the Nouns Universe Council, all the different derivative and extended projects that come from the Nouns DAO project are gathered in this Nouncil, and they have the opportunity to help with different funding of projects, and they're doing some amazing work. If you're not familiar with the Nouns DAO, I would highly recommend you take a look and see what they've been doing, because they do some crazy stuff like sponsor endangered animals and things like that. So there's a noun frog now. So it's really an interesting project. And one of these days, we'll talk a little bit more about CCO and copyright and all those fun things that I love to talk about all the time. But not today, because today we also need to chat with Val about SDNFT. So tell us about your experience this past weekend and what you had going on.
Yeah, so SD, here in San Diego, we had the NFT Con. It was the very first one. And it was a great venue. It was very intimate. That was like a lot of the feedback that we got from the audience, that they really enjoyed actually how small it was compared to conferences like NFT.NYC or ETH Denver, where after you hear the speaker, it might be hard to like approach them when you're at the bigger venues because they get bombarded by crowds. Whereas here, you can go into like a corner on the side stage and actually talk to the speakers after they just exited off the stage. So that was really cool feedback that we got from, people, and people flew in from Florida, from all over the East Coast, Midwest, all over. To attend. And then also I spoke on stage for the very first time.
I didn't realize that was your first time.
It was.
That's fantastic. You did such a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, so I presented On the main stage, I had the importance of building community in the Web3 space, as we know how important community is here in POAPathon, especially. Without our community, none of this would be happening. So, I spoke about that. And then I was on a couple of panels. I was on the Web3 development panel. And then I was also on the Women in Web3 panel.
Nice. That's fantastic. And you had some interesting meetups too, that I have to share some of these photos because they are incredible.
Yes.
So tell us about some of the people that you connected while you were there.
Yeah, so I connected with Jessica Greenwald. So as you can see, she's the creative director for Vayner NFT. So she works directly with Gary V. Vaynerchuk. So that was really cool to connect with her. And then I met with Macy Gray. Some of you may know her, as an artist, and also connected with David Bianchi and Michael Guy. So if any of you had attended NFT LA, you probably saw David Bianchi perform Break the Bars. And that was an amazing, amazing performance that he did. So he has this thing called, I think it's called Spinema, where he does spoken word and has like a cinematic visual right behind him. And so that's been his art form here in the NFT space. And it was awesome to see him in person. And yeah, it's a little clip of my talk.
I don't think we have any sound on
I
that,
don't know if
but
there's any
you
sound.
looked amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. So it was a little nerve-wracking, for the very first time. I gotta say, my whole talk was supposed to be 10 minutes long, and I was so nervous that I didn't talk fast, but I condensed the information. Like I just got straight to the point, and I think it was only 4 minutes long. But it was
That was
good,
probably better. Shorter is always better. It's not a
Yeah.
bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all.
So yeah.
Awesome. And any other key, like fun, great, crazy things that we need to know about the San Diego conference that you were like, wow, that was amazing, or something that you learned and took away from it?
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite panels was actually the Web3 developers. We had on Mikey Trumpetta and Adrian, can't remember his last name, but they're both developers in the Web3 space. And I don't know, that panel was amazing. They actually went deep into the technical side about like how like smart contracts actually work, and how as a developer the different coding you could do to actually save on gas. It was crazy. I'm not a developer myself, but the way they presented it made it so digestible for just the non-technical people. So I really
And
enjoyed
who did
that.
that? Who did that session? That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it was a Mikey Trumpetta and then Adrian. I will have to get his last name, but he is with the Young Bulls Club. That's his NFT project. And then Mikey Trumpetta has his own like smart contract company that he does. So they were amazing. And then besides that, there was a lot of satellite events. So for anyone who was like part of the VFriend holder, as you know, I'm a VFriend, Kelly's in that ecosystem. So we actually had a meetup at Coin Up, which is like an arcade bar, super fun. And then they had some official after parties. So there was a VIP party at Patricio's where you can actually meet and talk to some venture capitalists that were there if you're looking for funding for your projects. They also had a hackathon at an offsite coffee shop. And I know they had some funding for that for the winners. And then the official after party was at the Hard Rock Hotel. And so the first night was at the rooftop at a pool. I think there's a pool up there called Float. So that was nice, but it got a little chilly at night. But that was really cool to connect more. And then on Sunday was at Hard Rock again, but at the bottom floor, like their restaurant bar that they had. And that was really fun. That was when everybody really got to like let loose because that was the last day of the conference. Everybody celebrated, the end of, an awesome conference. And then yesterday was the VIP yacht party. So we got to go on a private yacht and go
I
around.
mean, it's
San Diego
NFTs.
Bay.
There's got to be a yacht, right?
Yeah, there was a yacht, and it was fun. I mean, what could you say, And there was a mansion party right after that. So it just goes
All right.
until you're done, until you're like, okay, gotta go to sleep.
Amazing. Thanks for being our roving reporter, and I can't wait to hear all about VCon too coming up when you're there, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So let's switch gears a little bit. We want to talk to our guest today, and we're going to turn this over to Valerie to kind of introduce, starting with Flexy NFTs. And if you want to give an introduction, and then I'm going to let you throw it to our guests today.
Awesome. Yeah. So Flexy, hi. Thank you everyone for joining me from Flexi NFTs.
Thanks for having us.
I'll just have you guys introduce yourself and tell us your name and how are you a part of Flexi NFTs. Let's start with Mike.
So I'm Mike. I am the idea wizard, they call me. So I do all the marketing here. Also kind of work hand in hand with Austin, which you'll meet here in a second. But yeah, we're starting this project with some amazing artwork, and which you just saw that slide that came up. That was one of our pieces that we've made, and we're gonna surprise launch during VCon, which is coming up for VDizzle. So that'll be exciting to release that. I can't wait till you see it.
Awesome. Austin.
Yes, hello. Thanks for
Hi.
having us. I am the art scientist. That's my working title at Flexi. I work with some existing NFTs and kind of bring my own brain and art background to create some unique imagery, some new stuff that never been seen before. And again, Mike kind of gathers these NFT artworks for me to work on. And between the two of us, we're able to knock out some pretty cool, new, exciting projects we're going to be showing you.
Amazing. And then Jeff, please introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Jeff, and I support Mike and Austin on all these ventures. We actually, Flexi is a brand of ours that we have as kind of a new venture, but from our background, we actually are a commercial sign company. So all the big light up stuff outside that you see when you go to a mall or a restaurant or a church or a bank or anything like that, that's kind of where we have been for the last 43 years. And now this is kind of a new venture. So we're taking all of our manufacturing expertise and knowledge with art and graphics and things like that, and moving into this new concept, starting with NFTs and then continuing with other type of collectibles as well. So, and congratulations, by the way, Valerie, on your first stage presence. That's a big deal.
Thank you.
Big deal.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully I'll use that clip I got from talking to apply to be a speaker at NFT.NYC. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get back to you guys. So I actually want to know, how did you guys discover NFTs? Like, and what made you guys think, oh, now we need to pivot our company and start getting into the realm of NFTs? Let's hear from Mikey first.
So yeah, Mike,
It
whatever.
can be Mikey too.
Yeah, Mikey. Last year, actually, Jeff and I were kind of dabbling in the NFT space, which he can tell you more about that too. But what was your first NFT, Jeff, that you got?
Bored Ape.
Bored Ape. So that kind of started off the whole process, and we realized, how much the NFT space is going to grow, and we're in such a beginning stage right now. But we saw all the artwork, and we were thinking that there's got to be a way to flex your art piece so we can make some fan art. So we just started to dabble with that a little bit and started creating some cool pieces. And it just kind of snowballed from there, and then we just started buying more and more NFTs, different projects, supporting, smaller projects, large projects. And then it just kind of grew from that point.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Jeff, you got a Bored Ape. Did you mint it or did you buy it off secondary?
I bought it off secondary, but it was, next to nothing when I bought it. So yeah, we backing up a little bit. We Mike and I, in a concept that we had on the other side of our business, actually went to the virtual 4Ds inside of the Sasha Group, which is a Vayner company for small businesses, basically giving marketing and business help to. And that was in the fall of, when was it, 2020, Mike? Yeah. And so we did that virtually. And then fast forward to early 2021, we were reached out to as alumni, all the alumni in the 4D program, to get on a Zoom call with Gary. And he was going to be talking about his project in the NFT space. And so we all hopped on a Zoom call and kind of watched, what he was talking about and what he was going into. And by then, he had already started the social media onslaught of talking about what he was getting into. So we were already in it was just kind of solidifying and kind of a Q&A type of a thing. And shortly after that, the guy that ran the 4D program, him and I were texting back and forth and had said, hey, here's another project that you may want to check out. It's just kind of launched, and it was Bored Ape Yacht Club. So that was that one launched. That we got that before VFriends, and then VFriends after that, and then a lot more.
Wow. So you're a VFriend holder yourself then?
I am. Yep.
Awesome. Great to meet you. Hopefully I'll see you at VCon. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's amazing. And that's so cool how you guys got to get on a call with Gary, and that just kind of sparked your journey here from doing, basically what you're doing in the lighting space and pivoting that into the NFT space and combining the physical with the digital. That's really amazing. If we can go back to the slide to kind of give a visual representation of what they're doing. So can someone pull up the slide of that, the women and weapons? Yes. So just to give everyone who's watching a visual representation. So Flexy had approached me and said, hey, we would love to do a fan art of one of your NFTs that you hold. And I chose my women and weapons. And so what they did is they took her image and they put their little twist to it. And then as you could see, there's like different layers, I guess you could say, right? And it makes like this 3D effect. And it's, you can actually plug it in and it'll like light up. And so we're actually going to reveal this at a satellite event for VCon, which we'll get into in a little bit. But let's talk about the artists behind these fan art designs. So Austin, tell me, how did you get involved, and what were you thinking when Mike and Jeff approached you about this concept of NFTs?
Sure. So as Jeff mentioned, I'd been a part of our sign manufacturing company prior. They reached out to me. I also have an art business on the side that I illustrate and paint at events in the Twin Cities here in Minnesota. So my knowledge and background with that stuff was already pretty well rooted in kind of the stuff they were going for. I've explored making some NFTs myself, haven't published any yet, but I was excited about the idea, interested in the concept, and kind of was on board right away from the meeting I had with them. Regarding the artwork itself, a lot of times I just get inspired by the NFTs themselves, and I just play off of it with stuff that I've messed with in my own household, my messy art studio. Kind of bring it to the table, make it digital, light up, make it cool. It's something that each piece will be unique and different. And so I kind of, I take a lot of inspiration from the images that are presented to me, the NFT artwork.
That's amazing. And so when you're doing, you're messing around trying to figure out the different colors and the shapes that you want to use, what is the medium that you're actually using? Like, are you on an iPad or like what programs are you using? If you can share
Sure. Right now I'm using Corel Draw primarily, which is, if you're not familiar, it's similar to Adobe Illustrator. You can be a little more exact with it. It's really good for the sign industry because you can pull out measurements, make things to scale, and that's something that'll really benefit us when we get to the fabrication process and really start revealing these products. So it allows you to work really relatively in the program to the real product. Other than that, I do mess around with some iPad and Procreate drawing, and I use the Adobe suite to mess around and tweak stuff. Again, I am a painter physically, so I do kind of mess around with the paintbrush and throw some ideas around. That's mainly to experiment though at this point.
Wow, amazing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I wish I knew how to draw or do any of that, but I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll be the consumer. But yeah, so let's talk about how, if someone wants to purchase one of these fan arts for their NFTs and get a physical piece, how can they go about that? Where do they find you?
Go ahead, Mike.
So right now, we still haven't launched live on our site. It should be launched within 30 days. But what we're going to do is have a very, very simple user experience where you come on, there's going to be basically 3 different styles you can choose from per se. So like the first one's going to be called You're Kind of a Big Deal. The second one is a Big Shooter. And the third one is the Ultimate Flex. So the Ultimate Flex would be completely custom, like we're familiar with every day with our sign industry. So you would actually work with us, Austin, and we'd come up with a custom built to your specs piece. So it's going to be very user friendly. What we're doing also too is having, people go online and right click an image, and a lot of times like on an NFT or whatnot. So we're trying to eliminate that altogether. So we're working back end to authenticate or your ownership of the NFT before you actually place the order. So we don't want people to to steal NFTs and order off that. You have to own it before you order with us.
That's good. That's smart because I feel like we see a lot of that happening where people, like you said, just right click and save and they put it on their Twitter or whatever, the profile picture, and they're trying to pass it off as like, oh, I am a Bored Ape holder, and trying to do crazy stuff and scam. So that's awesome that you guys are being mindful of that to try to put like a verification process into that. So let's also talk about what's happening at VCon. Are all 3 of you going to be at this, satellite event that you guys are going to be putting on?
Yes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
definitely. We teamed up with some local guys that Austin has had kind of a connection to for a while, relevant to his artwork and whatnot. But it's a place in the Twin Cities called REM 5, and they are a VR and AR lab that's been in the Twin Cities live, I guess, for 4 years, give or take, the 2 in the middle there with COVID, but have been open for that long. And we teamed up with them to host an event after hours of VCon, where we're going to, have a lot of Flexis kind of hung up throughout their facility. They're going to incorporate AR aspects inside of our physical pieces, as well as virtual galleries that are specific to the people that are coming to the event. It is a ticketed event that you do have to buy a ticket for, but once you're in, you'll be able to experience everything that they have. They have the, I don't want to speak out of turn, the world's first or whatever it's called, physical NFT coupled up with a digital NFT, but it's a physical NFT where you actually walk into a mirrored room. They call it quantum mirror. And it's just a really cool experience that they have inside of in this facility as well. So yeah, we'll have drinks and a DJ and you know, as many people as we can get there as possible, and just trying to have fun and really submerge people in kind of a physical plus digital experience, and kind of show people what Minnesota has to offer a little bit too. These guys, I mean, they have their physical space, but they also they do a lot of VR and AR work from you know, helping other NFT projects and things like that. So it's it'll be a good submersion for people, you know, to kind of experience while at VCon.
Nice. And so if someone wants to purchase a ticket, where can they go? And do you have to have any sort of NFT already in order to be a part of this event?
No, we'll share out. We can either put in show notes or share the link with you. It's just Eventbrite, sign up to get the ticket. And no, anybody and everybody can come to the event. You don't have to be a NFT nor, you know, V friend holder or anything like that. It's, if you're a enthusiast, that's all that matters.
Awesome.
If you want to pop the link in the chat, we'll share
I
it
do-
in
do it
our
right now.
YouTube chat. Great.
Yep, no problem.
All right, so we'll put that in our YouTube chat.
There you go.
And then Austin, I actually want to ask you, have you had your artwork displayed before, like in a gallery or at a show like this?
Yes, yeah, I've done many personal gallery events, but I typically do sort of like a live painting thing with other artists almost every weekend. Yep.
Awesome. Well, I will be there. I will actually be there, and we will be showcasing, you know, the sneak peek that you guys just saw by Women and Weapons. It will be displayed at the REM 5 studios. So I will be there, and I would love to have everybody come and join us.
Awesome.
So
Tempting to just go, just like get a ticket just for that. Like, even if
Right?
you don't have a
Yeah.
ticket to VCon, I mean, that sounds amazing. Like, what is
Mhm.
this mirror? I need to see this mirror thing. Like, that
It's
sounds
really
so
cool.
It's very
Like,
cool.
and by the way, your purple backgrounds have not gone unnoticed. I see your Viking. I see your Vikingness. Yes, I see the Minnesota Viking.
There's actually a little irony in there. I do live in Minnesota and have for, I don't even know, 20 plus years now, but I grew up in Wisconsin, so I'm still
Oh,
green and gold in the blood.
got it.
Nice.
Got it. But I mean, it is Minnesota. You gotta flex the purple.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
We
right.
can just
right.
pretend it's just for Prince and it has nothing to do with the Viking.
Yeah, it's just a
There you
logo.
go.
It's just
Just
a
for
brand.
Prince. That's all.
Yeah.
Just for friends.
Yeah, Prince. Yeah, I
That's
can get on board.
amazing. I love I love what you guys are doing. It sounds so cool, and I have to just look more into it once you guys launch. But I'm really tempted to like fly to Minnesota because I just want to check this out. It's so cool.
I think you should.
You
I might have
should.
to.
Good.
You should. I mean, there's going to be other events too that are happening, you know, during VCon.
Just
So
go hang out until somebody lets me in a door, you know?
Yeah.
you
Right.
never
On
know.
the back.
People are so kind and they have extra tickets. You never know.
It was amazing to hear from all of you from Flexi. By the way, I love your titles. They're kind of
Thank you.
cool. Like, instead of having, you know, your normal, I love art scientist. How cool is that? But idea wizard and the futurist. I mean, that's perfect. I love it.
And we even have
so-
two more too. We have the
Oh, who else you
GS.
got?
We got the GSD, and we also have the programmer.
What is the GSD?
Is this censored? I don't know.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't say that.
Get stuff done.
Yeah, get stuff done. There you go.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
That we can say.
Yes.
I'm like,
yes.
no, I don't know. I don't
Stuff
know. It depends on what
done.
it stands for.
Yeah,
He makes it all happen.
exactly.
Awesome.
And then we have the programmer.
The programmer. That's funny.
That's
So
perfect.
now you got to add a cis grammar. There you go.
There you go.
Get a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So I want to show the Women and Weapons one more time for everybody so they can see what Valerie's is going to look like. And then lastly, everybody get your phones ready. because I'm about to share the secret word because we have a Flexi POAP. So get your phones ready. Are you ready, Genetics? Are you ready?
I'm getting it ready.
Get it ready.
You hear
I'm
that?
ready.
You
You
hear
ready?
that, people on YouTube?
People on YouTube, get your phones ready. Get your POAP apps ready and click Mint. And your secret word is fun with Flexi. Both apps are capital. So capital FUNWITH, F, capital F, LEXY. Fun with Flexi. And if you want to, there we go. So you can even see it on the screen, and that's it. You get no more. So hopefully you got it.
Got mine.
If you did not get it,
Nice.
don't come at me. We gave you a chance. So that
I
is
just
like-
tried. I just tried. It said not found. So fun with Flexi.
Fun with Flexi. Both apps are capital.
Is
No
the W?
spaces.
What, no spaces. Okay.
No
No
spaces.
spaces.
One word.
No spaces.
There we go. That was the problem.
You got it? Okay.
I got it.
I'll show it one more time. Fun with Flexi. Fun with Flexi.
There we
That
go.
is secret word number one. There's gonna be two. So just you wait. All right. Thank you all so much. I'm so excited to learn more and like really see some of these pieces because they look incredible. So
Thank you so much for having us on here.
I love how you came into the space too. It was really interesting to hear all that. So
Yeah, and I'll have to reveal it to the YouTube too once we have, the whole.
yes, can you do an
event.
unveiling? Like I
Yeah.
need an unveiling. Like
Yeah.
I need to be there live with you. If you can
I
just
think you
like,
should.
go live and show us because we're gonna
Mm.
need to see that.
I love it.
So all right, and now we have picture day. So B Dizzle, you have like a couple amazing guests today, like two groups of amazing guests. And this is picture day. And by the way, these like images are just adorable. Absolutely adorable. And I'm going to turn it over to you to chat with Gina and Abraham.
Yes. So hi, Gina and Abraham. Thanks so much for meeting us today. Let's get some introductions out of the way. So Gina, please tell us who you are.
Hi, Valerie. Thank you so much for having me. Congratulations on your first public speaking event. That's amazing. And Flexi, your project is really cool. I'm so excited about your project and looking forward to you guys launching. My name is Gina Pomeran, and I live in Los Angeles. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. It keeps coming in and out, so I wasn't sure. I live in Los Angeles. I have been painting for over 30 years, and I actually started painting Picture Day, the collection, about 3 years ago, a little bit over 3.5 years ago now.
Wow.
And I actually started working on the NFT project with my team starting in September when we first met. So, and then we just launched about a month ago. So that's kind of a little bit of touch on where I'm at right now.
Amazing. Yeah, we'll dive deeper into that and how you made that shift. So Abe, how are you part of Picture Day?
Hey guys. Also Val, congrats on that. And Flexi, awesome project. I was just sitting here looking up as much as I can on you guys. I really love it. But yeah, I'm part of Picture Day. I am part of the marketing, building the community, and basically your GSD for the team. So, so that's where I'm at right now with Picture Day.
Get stuff done. That's what Abe does too, huh?
Yep.
Awesome. So Gina, you said you actually, you've been painting for 30 years, you said, correct?
Yes.
And what kind of painting do you actually do? What's your medium?
Well, it's been oil on canvas, really, primarily. And then I kind of shifted to using some acrylic to kind of speed up the process a little bit, because oil is so, takes so much time to dry and it's a lot of layers. So I've kind of, I'm using acrylic more as an underpainting, and then just so that I have to do maybe just a couple layers of oil on top. And I use the oil on all of my characters for picture day. And then the backgrounds are, some are oil, some are acrylic, just depends. So
Yeah, I actually, so Gina has actually her art displayed right now. If you're in the San Diego area, what is the gallery called, if you could remind me?
Sparks Gallery, and
Sparks
it's
Gallery.
6th and Market, downtown San Diego. Yes.
Yeah, so I actually just attended her launch, her opening just a few weeks ago, and I saw these picture day paintings in real life, and a few of them are actually like bigger than the average person. These are huge canvases, and that's amazing. So let's dive into how you got into the NFT space, and Abraham too, after Gina shares, if you can share a little bit how you guys found out about NFTs.
Well, literally about a year ago is when I first knew anything about NFTs. And it was intriguing to me, but it sounded kind of crazy at first. I'm like, what is this? Doesn't make sense. And then I'm like, wait a minute, something's going on here. And so I really was intrigued and I really wanted to look into it. However, I was super busy with my working on my work for my solo exhibit that I just had a couple weeks ago. So I'm like, I'm not going to go there right now. So I just kind of put it on the back burner, didn't really think about it. And then I had an exhibition in September in Los Angeles, and I had taken some of my picture day collection with me because they had never been seen before. Their debut was canceled because of COVID in 2020. So they had never been seen. So I wanted to kind of show them and just see what people's response was. And people were asking if they were NFTs. It was crazy, like so much buzz about NFTs. They're literally like walking around, oh my gosh, look at the NFTs. Are those NFTs? I'm like, no, they're not. But I'm like, wow, maybe they need to be. So I just knew like right then I really needed to dive into NFTs and take the next step and figure it out. And then my son-in-law, who's a creative director for his creative agency in San Diego, he called me. He had a team that I didn't know this at the time, but he had been working on trying to come up with an NFT collection with his team. And they were looking for an artist. And he had shown my work to his team and they loved my work. And so he called to propose this idea. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the timing is crazy, because I was just thinking that I needed to do something, and it just kind of all came together. And I ended up meeting the rest of the team that same week, and we just kind of hit it off, and we've been working on, the project ever since September. So.
Wow, that's amazing. And I love that your son-in-law thought of you, and I love that this is kind of like a family thing that seems to be happening, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And it just was serendipitous that it happened at the same time.
Absolutely. Stars lining up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's hear, Abe, how did you get into the NFT space?
Yeah, so I actually started a basketball team about 6 years ago, starting in 2016, and it's called the San Diego Kings. And I partnered with an accident attorney here in San Diego, whose name is Attorney King. So I basically went to him and partnered with him, and we became 50-50 partners. And now that I'm in NFTs, I wish I would have had this idea with NFTs then, because what I did with marketing, I started building a community first. I would take these basketball players and I would take them into schools, and I started a whole school tour here in San Diego just to build the community, making an impression on these kids, actually making an impact to where they wanted to actually come watch our games, and they'd bring their parents. And when they did come to games, it was a whole experience, and it was an event. We had the DJ, the live music, the dance team, the cheerleaders, the raffles. So everything was like an experience when they came in. So I was actually recruited from that by a friend named Vince, and he's our project manager. And I actually call him over COVID, and he starts telling me about how he has these Bored Apes and how much like money they're making, and he's like flipping them, and this is like better than what he's doing. I've known him as a serial entrepreneur who's done some great things. So when he said it was doing better than what he was doing, right away I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about with this Bored Ape thing, but I'm coming over to your house right now. Literally, I drive to his house because I had to figure out what he was talking about with this Bored Ape thing that I'd never heard of. And literally on his computer, he was showing me Bored Apes. Then he started showing me Ravi. I don't know if you guys know Ravi Vora, but he was like, one of the first real artists, one-of-one artists into the space. And he was just, coming up with these great ideas, and literally was saying, I would love for you to be marketing and building a community here in the NFT space. And we were thinking about doing it around sports. And that's because of the new rules that change, where college athletes can get paid off their name, image, and likeness starting in July. So this is all around the same time where we're like, man, how cool would it be to start an amazing project and get these college players paid? Because I played college football. So actually like seeing a way to get these college players paid was like, beautiful. I thought that would be amazing. Mm-hmm. And so then he says, hey, Chris, he's amazing. He also, is a creative director. Let's, we can hook up with him. And I'm like, well, call him right now. So literally we get him on the phone right away. I was moving quick. Once I found out about this was like, we got to move right now. I don't want to talk about
over.
Later.
I'm calling you. We're happening. We're doing this now. Wow.
And then we get Luis on the phone. He's our tech guy. All four of us decide to meet at this cafe within like a day or two later. And we were going to, move this thing forward. And Chris says, well, I know an amazing artist where we can actually make these players art. And literally he starts showing us Gina's art, and we were blown away. Basically, it was like, this is the actual project we need to get behind and put a team behind. That's the only thing we feel that Gina was missing. And so like Gina said, we actually met that same week. We were moving quick. We met that week, and right away, our whole team just fell in love with Gina, how real she is. And the fact that anybody can do something 30 years, even 5 years is impressive. But to do it 30 years and have that amazing type of work, and then to find out she was like having her work being put in a gallery, we didn't know. I didn't know nothing about art like that, but I just knew this was something special, and I really wanted to be a part of it. So that's when, it's when we all jumped on board. And since then, I've just been like screaming at the top of my lungs over social media and in real life about, Gina Palmerin, and, actually just getting her art out in front of as many people as possible.
Yeah, I actually can kind of resonate with what you just said right now about how like you didn't really know anything about art that way. Because I myself, like the last time I had ever went into an art gallery was probably in high school, like on a field trip. And when you get into your adult life, you get so worried about going to work and paying bills. Like you actually need to put an effort to go to a museum these days or go to an art gallery. So I really loved that NFTs is bringing me back into this art world where you can actually go in person besides just seeing this art, digitally represented or in a VR, headset. So I actually really appreciate that, Gina, that I have something locally here where I can go and see physical art and know that it's actually also on the blockchain, in the NFT space, which is so cool. And then another thing is that I really love that the three of you guys are actually supporting a female artist. And I just want to applaud that. I don't know if you guys actually realized that, but I'm such a huge advocate for women in the NFT.
Yeah, that's the best part about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just
that is the best part about it,
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to cut you off on that. I was just saying that is the best part about it. Even when I've gotten Twitter spaces, one of my favorite things was just letting people know I do work for an oil paint artist, and she is a female, which is, something that I love saying and doing because I do come from a single mother. I do have 2 daughters. So it's definitely something that I'm very passionate about in this space. And I definitely, our team definitely recognizes that, sees that, and that's definitely something that we appreciate doing.
Amazing. And that's such a strong message. We need men and all people to support our women and be inclusive and have diversity. So I just want to shout that out. So Gina, let's talk about how did you get your paintings actually into NFTs? I have already heard that these are high resolution photos. Is that correct?
Yes. So I actually photograph them. My daughter's a photographer, so she helps me with the photography, and we just digitize them. Now we have a collection of 5,000, so each one is unique. So this collection is based on 12 original paintings, 12 physical paintings, and so they're digitized. And then I paint traits, all of the accessories separate. You can actually see them behind me on this board, some of them. So I paint in individual accessories on canvas, digitize those. So basically just photograph those. Then I hand everything over to my son-in-law, who does all of the graphics and the digital design. And he is a master at what he does. So he takes those images and layers them and gets them all ready for the developer. So that's kind of in a nutshell what our process is like. So I had most of the 12 characters already done before I even met the team. I had way more than 12, to be honest with you, but we chose 12 to start with. And as a matter of fact, I created new characters that we as a team decided that would be perfect for this project. So for example, Snoop Dogg, Billie Eilish, Elon Musk is one that I kind of snuck in there. I made the executive decision. I actually knew I had to paint him. He replaced another character and I knew I had to paint him. So I went ahead, I painted him, and then I told the team, I'm like, you know what? I hope you guys are okay with this, but I just finished painting Elon. And I think he needs to replace this other person. So, and they agreed. I thought he was very important to put in there. I really wanted to have like a diverse group for the first class. So it was really important that, you know, we keep that kind of balance, and I think it worked really well. So
amazing. And so where can the audience go and check out your art to actually see these iconic figures that you are painting and putting into NFTs?
Well, I mean, they're on OpenSea. We launched, you know, a few weeks ago, so you can definitely, or a month ago now, on OpenSea. I'm Gina Pomeran. It's Picture Day, and you can go to Visions Lab, vsnzlab.com, or ginapomeran.com, or go to Sparks Gallery, and you can actually see them in person. The entire collection of 12 that, you know, is based on the NFT. They're all in the gallery. 3 of those paintings are actually already spoken for. So someone that minted them got the 1 of 1, and they actually get the original painting. So we have 8 paintings left. Snoop Dogg owns his baby dog painting. So that's really cool. But in the gallery, you can see I have a limited edition of Baby Dog. So check that out also if you happen to be in San Diego.
That's amazing.
Yeah, when Gina, sorry guys, jumping on in. I'm actually driving now. I have to take my son to get his haircut. Well, my wife is driving, but I'm still on it in the car. But a cool thing about Gina, she actually gifted Snoop Dogg that original painting, and Snoop Dogg actually was the one that named it Baby Dog. And even like he was so excited about the painting that when Gina left that same night, he did a recording just for us to have of his baby dog voice. So that's also something pretty cool that just wanted to share with you guys.
Wow,
that is really cool. That's really cool.
I see in the chat that Mike just minted Picture Day NFT.
Ooh.
Is that right?
Oh wow. Wow, that's cool.
Jeff just did it. We both did.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff-
Oh,
Look at the one Jeff got. How ironic.
What'd you guys get?
You mentioned the colors earlier. I had to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, look at the
Wow.
one he got.
wait.
Well, there you go.
You got
What is
Prince.
it?
So hey,
Oh, he got
they're
Prince.
coming on to
Yeah.
POAPathon. We'll
Prince.
sell your
There's
then I
only
got-
150 prints in the
I got
collection.
Jimmy.
Sweet.
Wow. That's
There's
amazing.
got Jimmy.
Wow, nice.
That wasn't
That's super cool.
amazing.
Looks like a Flexi might be in your future.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
right?
I could
We
see
have
it.
to flexi that up.
Oh,
Gotta
yes.
flex it.
We're gonna do so like a little
I could-
Flexi picture day collab. There you go.
Right.
Oh,
As
for
soon as
sure.
Set
I
it
learned
up right
about
now.
Flexi,
Matchmakers.
That's
That's what we are. Matchmakers.
as soon as I just learned about Flexi, right away I seen it. And I guess you guys have seen it too, so it's working out.
There you go. Perfect.
making
amazing.
things happen here at POAPathon.
Yes.
That's
We
right.
Dizzle just bringing people together. Isn't that?
All about-
It's all about relationships.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys. This has been
That's right.
incredible.
Definitely.
So that is pictureday.io. Check them out. Amazing. Like this work is just so good.
It's so
So,
cute.
so glad you joined us. And we have another POAP, a picture day POAP. So get out your phones.
All right.
Please.
All you people on the chat.
All you people listening, get your phones out. Click on Mint. Click on secret word. And then put this following in. And capital G to start. Get, G-E-T, a comb, capital C-O-M-B. Get a comb. So the reason I did that for secret word, and I'm going to put it on the screen. There you go. Got a comb.
Oh,
got a
sorry,
comb.
G-O-T-A-C-O-M-B. I apologize. G-O-T, got a comb. G-O-T-A-C-O-M-B. I don't know if you guys remember when you were a kid and they used to always give you a comb when you got your picture taken at picture day.
Oh, yes.
These are my crazy secret words to try to make sure it's difficult to guess. Because if I just
Love
did picture
that.
day, people would have guessed it.
When it's like you're getting ready for the yearbook, the photographer.
Right. They used to give you a little
these little
black
flyaways.
comb, and yeah, which I don't think I ever used, but yeah, I totally remember that. So that's the first thing that popped in my head when I thought about picture day as a kid. This
So
has been
cool.
so awesome. That
Can I just
all
say,
of you-
can I say one more thing for Mike
Yeah.
and Jeff before I forget? We actually are sending you guys a physical print signed of that NFT that you just got, signed by Gina and framed to you guys. So if there's a way
that's
we can
awesome.
connect, get your guys' address, would love to get that to you guys.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you
Thanks
so
so
much.
much.
That's awesome.
Yes, yes.
If
thank
it
you.
gets
We
there
have
in
we have one
time.
more surprise too. We got one more surprise.
Okay.
So we are giving away a Flexi.
Ooh.
So what we're going to do is we're going to release it on Twitter. So anybody that follows us on Twitter, we will send out all the details, but we are giving away a free Flexi to one lucky person.
This is exciting.
Wow.
So
And
you
what's
guys are
the Twitter
at
handle?
Flexi NFT, correct?
Flexi NFTs. Yep. So follow us.
NFTs.
We'll be posting something on Twitter later today, if not tomorrow, with some details, and we will choose a winner.
That's
So get
so
your notifications
great.
on. If you're
Yes.
following Flexi NFTs on Twitter, put on your notifications so you can see when they put out the details.
Good luck.
Absolutely.
And I'm just posting that in the YouTube chat so you guys can follow them on Twitter. That is so awesome. Thank you all for being here. This has been incredible.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, and we
we're
need to
so glad
Yeah.
you were here.
post picture day Twitter as well if there's a Twitter.
Yes. Is it at Picture Day? I think it's at Picture Day, correct?
At Picture Day NFT.
NFT, at Picture Day NFT.
Yes.
At Picture Day NFT, at Flexi NFTs with an S. There we go. Awesome. And so we're just gonna wrap up here. Want to talk a little bit about design services that we offer. If you're not an amazing artist, like if you're not an art scientist or you're not Gina, and you need a POAP created for you, You can request a POAP design from POAPathon in as little as 24 hours. You can post a bounty and we'll get it turned around to you very quickly. So to learn more, go to POAPathon.com, and we've done POAPs for all kinds of different events. And right now, for our artists, if you're an artist and you want to participate, we are going to do an egg hunt, actually a POAP hunt next Sunday, Easter Sunday coming up. It's this week. Geez.
Wow. Already.
Right? So this Sunday, look at the POAPathon Twitter for hints as to where you can find these POAPs. And there's going to be 10 of them. Our artists are hard at work, and we are going to be voting on this within the POAPathon Discord for our winners. So please look there. And if you are one of our 10 winners, you can earn $50. So pop your Easter inspired POAP in our Discord bounty. We also have another bounty up right now, and this is from our community member Ribs, who handles a lot of our design services stuff. And he has an anime PFP design contest right now. It's to transform his original profile pic and give it an anime or manga kind of vibe. So this is going on right now. I know, it's really fun. And finally, our POAP of the week comes from our Abundance 360 bounty, and our artist was PayJoe93. And we're going to pay Joe with a POAP of the week POAP instead. But we are going to pay Joe also for his bounty. So he does some incredible work. You can see some of his other design work at the bottom there. And he was the winner of this particular bounty.
I love those 3D ones. Those are like my favorite.
Right? Great job. I love that. It just has such a subtle movement too. The Abundance 360 designs were really amazing. They were quite impressive. And finally, Cryptogs Reborn, going fast. I think there's only a couple left to be one of the first 25 to collect a full 71 TOG set. You get this awesome POAP, but you better hurry because they're going to run out. Finally, thank you, Flexi and Picture Day. We appreciate you popping by. And lastly, special thanks to our whole production team. Beastodon in the back today, helping us out. POAP Viking, who's often here, helping in the background too. JB Amadeus and Amadeus Style Media, who does a lot of work behind the scenes. Genetics, Jayo, who's one of our designers who helps us out with slides and all kinds of fun stuff. And also VDizzle and our whole community. And very importantly, thank you, Balancer DAO. We could not do this show without you, and we appreciate you so much. So, whoops, let me go back here. I'm just trying to figure out, stop share. There we go. And that is all. Anything else from you, Genetics, or anything else that I missed?
No, don't forget to get those shirts from Ultrasound Merch so that you can rep the POAPathon community IRL. Yep, they have a QR code on them that link back to our community. So that helps get people IRL into the metaverse. So
fantastic.
Yes.
And anything else, Valerie?
Actually, just remember, I want to thank Gina in your project. If you mint an Elon, don't you have an opportunity to get a Tesla?
That's right, you do. Yeah.
Like for real?
There's only 200. There's only 200 of them in the collection out of the 5,000. And out of that 200, yeah, you can with an Elon actually get a chance at a Tesla. And another cool thing, there's like an Albert Einstein, and there's only 50 of those in the collection. So those are some rare little traits to throw for you guys.
There's some
Oh, that is really cool. I got to dig into this a little bit more. I didn't know about the Tesla. That just changes everything.
Right?
Well, thank you so much, Gina, for sharing your art with us, and Abraham for sharing all the details of Picture Day, and Mike, Austin, and Jeff in their amazing titles. Thank you guys for being here from Flexi NFTs. And that's it from us at POAPathon. So have an awesome day, everybody. I hope you got your POAPs. If you didn't, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. There will be more. I guarantee it. You know where you can get one right now? Follow at Florinouns on Twitter, and you'll get a POAP from me, from Florinouns, very soon. So there's always another POAP available. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye,
You
everybody.
too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.